my hearing aids.
Yes.
And that I cannot talk. And
So I'm going to speak very slowly and clearly.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you can just talk anytime you want.
But
For as much, you can talk anytime you want and say as much as you
no,
want.
I can't hear.
Okay.
Well, until 4 years ago, I was so vivid. But then I fell idiotically, and I fell on the back of my neck, and I did what would break the neck of a person, but my neck, they couldn't get through. So, anyway, what happened is that I injured the nerve that runs down the spine, and then they had to operate. And from then on, I certainly couldn't walk. That's terrible. And I'm terribly sorry for all of you to see me limping in, because I'm a strong girl. Anyway, so, and now something terrible happened. What happens to people that are over 100 years old, they don't hear very well. And I didn't hear very well. So I have some hearing aids. And one of them got broken today. Today, of all the time, when I came to see you all and be with you. Anyway, Robert.
Yes.
You want to ask me something? If I can hear, I will answer.
Just tell us anything about the good earth.
What?
Making the good earth.
Hmm?
The good earth. When you're making the good earth. That might be a good idea. Yeah. We're going to get a piece of paper. Right. I'm going to write it down. Thank you very much. Great suggestion.
Tell no about. Oh, you want to know about the good earth? Okay. When I was in my early 20s, and I had never read the book of the good earth. And then I was given the script, and I saw this woman, Ola. She doesn't talk. I am going to be a hilarious bore. And I went to Solberg, who at the time was a wonderful big character in Metro Golden Mayer. And he was the one that had arranged for this film. And I went to him and I said, look, Mr. Solberg, there is an actress who is much better than I am, and she's dying to do that part. And he looked at me and he grabbed me by the neck and he shifted me out of the door. And that was it. I had to do it. So I did the good earth. And then they wanted to put a mask. The dresser at the time had made a whole mask of a woman, a Chinese woman. And when they came with the mask, I said, are you mad? Either I can show it or can be what is demanded, but I don't wear a mask. So we made my nose so it is wider, and I just changed my face. I'm also now. And I tell you how I got, that was so wonderful. Of course, as you know, if you saw the Good Earth, there were many, many Chinese characters in there, Chinese people. And half of Hollywood, or the surrounding, the waiters and everybody came to be stand-ins or being part of the masses. And they all said, we made many things of at night. They said, I slept with Luise every night. So anyway, that was just by the way. But you see, I work from inside out. I don't believe in masks. Either you have the expression of the person that is demanded or it doesn't work. And if you feel from inside, all I knew about Chinese people was their gestures. I had watched them. They were small gestures, smaller gestures than we have in the Western world. And I was thinking, what does a brown woman like that feel? And I thought, she feels earth, and she feels sun, and she feels rain, and she feels children. And all that must be inside. And then one day there was a very extraordinary thing. They tested a lot of Chinese people, and I came to the big place where they tested the people, and I was already what's called a star. Anyway, I was that thing already, and one of the women I think it was me, lost the pocketbook, carrying it under, and bent the woman on the side, bent forward to try and catch it for me. And I went down, and our heads hit, and the woman went back, and she was shocked. And then I smiled, and then a gurgle of a smile came out of her, very, very embarrassed. And that gave me honor. That was the person that really by it bit by bit. The land is our life.
What was it like working with Paul Muni?
Oh, I'm very naughty.
No, no. Oh, no.
Well, Mr. Mooney worked very, very different from me. Because for Mooney, it was all important. This had to be there, or this door had to be there, and that had to be there. And I, in my stupid way, I don't care if the ceiling falls on my head. I just go on feeling what I can feel for the character I have to show. Anyway, so we worked very differently. And also, Mr. Mooney put his wife for everything from morning to evening under the camera. She sat under the camera to see if everything was all right for Mooney. Well, didn't fit it into my belief of working. I was not so very much in love with Mr. Mooney.
There's a woman. Not such a one as you. Not as good as you. It's like a sickness. When I'm with her, it's not enough. When I'm not with her, there's nothing. Even the land is nothing.
Then it will be better when she's in your house.
You will say that?
Is it your wish?
Yes.
Let it be then. Oh my God.
I wrote Louis B. Mayer.
Louis B. Mayer. Well, you all know that he was the boss of Metropolitan Mayor, and I was a little crumb, but a very active little crumb. And so Mr. Mayor, he couldn't make me out. And one day he even said I was already there after 2 or 3 films. I forgot when. But he said, this girl is a Frankenstein. She's going to ruin our company. Well, he was not fond of me. Or I don't know if he was fond, whatever he was, but very often he always claimed when people came to talk with him, they would sit on his knees. And I said, Mr. Mayor, I'm not going to sit on your knees. Anyway, so I was just another little tool in his factory. But I was a little tool that was very, very much what she was. And she was not interested to become a star, but she was interested to themselves and to give people what she felt when she had a character, what she felt, how the character had to be, so that they could identify themselves with that person. And I worked in a different way. I worked more as today they would work. For instance, I think that Julia Roberts is a great, wonderful actress. And there are few of them that are so direct that they feel what they're doing. But many also are acting. And I don't believe in that. Don't believe in acting. I believe in being in.
To me, you were the greatest actress in the whole world. I read the story of your life. I read that in the beginning you were poor and pushed aside, that you had to suffer and struggle and fight to succeed, and I knew I'd have the same struggle. But the story of your life gave me strength and hope, and it always will do so. No doubt they will expel me from the school. And a student once expelled from the academy has very little chance. But I will not give up. I will fight harder till I succeed. But then I will not be like you. I will not hate others just because they're young. I will try to give them all the help I never had when I was young myself.
You have to feel what a person that you have to portray, what a person like that is like. And we all of us are like onions. And there are many, many peels that we can take off. And when we really feel which part of this onion we are, we bring it out and we show what there is to be. And that's how you create a character. And we all are like that. But not some people are less aware of what is all inside. We all have every stage of existence within us, but we have in us from murder to love, but you don't develop certain things, and you crave, and you yearn, and you work forward to the beauty that is, and there is so much beauty. So much beauty. And I always wonder the poor people that take dope and blind themselves against all the wonders in the world that are. When I look into the blue of the sky, I love it. And when I feel warmth of people, I'm thankful. And it enhances me. And we all have that
children will know you.
But how about the money? How much will you pay me?
I'll give you more publicity than you've ever dreamed of.
Yes, that's right. But how much money will you give me?
I'll give you the greatest opening night that New York has ever had. You'll see the Goulds, the Astors, the Vanderbilts, Diamond Jim Brady, Lillian Russell.
Lillian Russell?
Yes.
Oh, I would so much like to see her.
Louise Reiner today.
Here,
No.
I don't know. I'm over 100 now. I don't know
Where do you live?
where I live in England because I was married to a heavenly Englishman. It was, forgive me, well, here in America it's customary. I was divorced from my first husband, whom I loved dearly, but it didn't work. He was a great man. He was a great playwright, Clifford Odets. He was a beautiful, heavenly guy. But then, after we had divorced, only after 5 years, I met, God sent me a man that was beautiful inside and out. And he was idiotically in love with me. And we married. And I had for 47 years until he died a wonderful life with him. He was dear and he was loving. And above all, he saw me, the center of the universe. And I can't read this one. You are.
We thank you, and you are
Wait just a moment.
We thank you, and you are the center